ignore the messy desk here. Oh, by the way, happy Monday. My office is clean. There's not a billion parts in here. I actually have a drafting table that can be used, floor space to use, a cabinet to put stuff in. It's a beautiful thing. Lots of organization and cleanup today. I've taken over the spare office again. Our sublets are not renewing their lease on this second office, which ultimately is for the better. I was very reluctant to give this office up. It's a clean indoor parts storage area that we're now taking advantage of. Have these things in here, out of the way, out of sight, nobody walking by, knocking stuff on the ground. Not that that happened, but it was always risk in the back of my head. So that's really nice. And I moved all my stuff into those cabinets. So Monday, I had a bit of a doctor's appointment today. That sucked, but it's over. Out here, Alan tore out the drive line on this car today, rebuilt the drive shaft, shifter carrier, exhaust went back on, exhaust bushings, kind of that whole can of worms, short of pulling the diff to reseal it or replace the bushings because it didn't need that service. This thing is about ready to go. We did the H-arm bushings last week. It is driving better. There's still a little bit of play in the rear end that I'm attributing to original worn out shocks that he has declined. So we're going to do a tire balance tomorrow. I feel a little bit of a wobble on cold tires. I think right around 60 miles an hour. So we'll get those suckers balanced up, get this car cleaned, and finally back to Chicago. We took this in today. This is kind of the next project. We've got about a 2-week service on this guy. It's a carbon on Imola. That's pretty cool, right? I've only ever seen one other one of these. I think there's about 40 or 50 of them here in the US. But it's like driveline stuff, normal shit, front wheel bearings, control arms, and stabilizer links, all that fun stuff. Colorado car is back. It's going to be getting some paint work soon in there to fix some corrosion, and then the whole interior scope, which I want to wait a little bit on and just make sure that the paint and body stuff is done before we start making things pretty. And then the afternoon into the evening was spent up here on Blue Water, really coming along well. It'll be timed tomorrow, a lot of reassembly tomorrow, but we had to replace our large ultrasonic cleaner, which cost us a couple days. But now all of that stuff's clean, timing covers and whatnot, nice and pretty. You could eat off that. And then this is the next massive project. This car is getting a huge investment in complete restoration, which I'm super excited about. I really want to do an E39 source video on this. It's just time in here. I do not have any time for anything anymore, and that seems a little bit arbitrary compared to the other higher priority things. So I will do my best there. I don't think I filmed this last week. We relocated this router up here. So our mesh system, we've got the one right up there. That's the primary. This is a wireless mesh. And then the Ethernet connected one is in my office. We've got really good connectivity, Wi-Fi 6E. These are the TP-Link Decos. They have a Wi-Fi 7 system available, but none of the hardware I have even supports Wi-Fi 7, and it's literally 4 times the price. So I was unable to justify that, but we're way faster in here than we were on that Google Wi-Fi stuff, which is kind of crap. M5's back inside. I got it cleaned up over the weekend. I was parked out front here for like an hour and was just Silverstone green metallic. It was awful with pollen. So got a nice little bath, and now we're sitting pretty in here. But as usual, Monday night, it is 10:15. I got to get out of here, go pick up some dinner and get home. Talk to you guys on Tuesday. Night. And I'm just realizing every vehicle in here is an M5. 6 E39s and 2 E60s. That's a lot of carbon buildup.